Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I apologize for missing last Friday. Please forgive me. I had a very sick kid and I had to really take care of him. So please forgive me for missing last week's show. Anyway, how's everybody? How's everybody's weekend? Everybody doing well? Everybody good? Everybody all right? Let me know. All right, so let's jump into the show this morning. Excuse me. The title of today's show is your family taken care of? Are you? Are you taken care of? What am I talking about? Very vague. But this is actually a very important show because I was doing some research over the weekend. And this is actually near and dear to me because I'm actually in this position myself in regards to my grandmother. So what we're talking about are wills and living wills. How many of you even know the difference between the two? Or is there really a difference? There is, which is actually a little bit surprising to me when I actually started doing the research. I knew what a will was. A will is basically, it's a document that states that in the case of your death, your property goes to whomever you left it to. But it also states that or you can state that if you have minor children, who is responsible for taking care of them. So that's what a will is. But a living will is a completely different document. A living will is a document that states what you want to happen to you in case you are incapacitated and cannot speak for yourself. Basically what that means is if you get into an accident and you were unconscious and you can't tell the doctors, you can't tell anybody what it is you want done for you, this living will stand in for you. So it's very, very important. They're not the same thing. So don't think that if you have a will that you are taken care of in the case of you being in the hospital. No, it is not. I would honestly say most people don't have wills unless they get into older in age, which is a problem. I would say almost anybody doesn't even have a living will, which is even a worse problem. So I can say, for me, I need to get on that myself. I absolutely do. I am covered on some things, but when it comes to others, I am lacking, and I need to change that because I do have a mind child. Good morning, Miss Brittany. Welcome to the show, ma'am. So let's break this down a little bit. I got some data for you guys, so please bear with me. I want to make sure that I give you all the accurate data and all the accurate information, and I'm not misspeaking. So just bear with me, okay? All right. So as far as as far as a will goes. As I stated, it is really a document that states that when you pass, whatever property you have, whatever it is that you own, whatever it is that you have in your possession that you want to distribute, money, jewelry, television, house, cars, whatever is yours that you own, not that you have debts on. No. Let's make sure we understand that. Not things that you were still paying on, but things that you have ownership of. You can give that out to whomever you want to. It can be a family, it could be a friend, it could be a country. Let's just say that. But you own it, you give it to whomever you want to. Okay? Also, if you have minor children, if you have 3, 4, 5, hell, if you just have one child, and they are under the age of 18, you can appoint who you want to have them taken care of, okay? So that is what a will is, but that only comes into effect when you die. Plain and simple, period. All right, good morning, Miss April. Welcome to the show, ma'am. Glad to see you're here. But yes, that is what a will is. It only comes into effect after you pass. All right? That is different from a living will. A living will, again, is another document. But this is when you are still alive, but when you are not able to speak on your own behalf. So again, if you're in an accident and you're unconscious or in a coma, whatever, and you just cannot speak to what you want done for you medically. So say you don't want to live on a machine to keep you alive. You need to have this living will, because if you don't, then whomever is your next of kin they can make all the arrangements that they decide, because it's what they feel that you would want or what they want for themselves. So if you don't want to live on a machine for the next 20 years, you need to have a living will in place to tell everybody what you want. So that is what a living will is. Now let's get into how you can make one happen. Okay, either one. In almost every state, they require. Let's make sure I say this correctly. Almost every single state, they require you to have a will or a living will in written form. All right, so let's make sure we understand that. Almost every state requires you to have one or the other in written form. Okay, it needs to be written down somewhere, and it has to be signed by you as the creator and 2 witnesses. All right, not just you and your buddy and that's it. No, it has to be you and 2 other people. All right, so you have to almost every single state. So you have to look up in your state if it has to be a written document. Now, no state, 0 states permit an oral living will. Understand that. No state at all allows for a verbal living will. If you're trying to set up a living will, it has to be written. And it has to be signed by you and 2. Again, you and 2 signees, 2 witnesses. Okay? Now, as far as the witnesses go, they vary depending on your will and your living will. So you have to consult an attorney. And what I'm going to do is, if you are in Georgia, I actually have a really good friend of mine who is an attorney who does this for a living, is very good. I will post his information online. So if you need one, if you need to look him up and have this taken care of, he will do it for you. Okay? So I got you guys covered on that. All right. I just want you all to have this information. I want you all to know this information, because this is very important information, especially if you have children, if you have a spouse, if you don't even have that, but you just want to make sure you don't want to be on a ventilator for the next 20 years. You just want to pass. This is stuff that you need to have. This is information that needs to be known. It needs to be done. It has to be taken care of for you and for your family. So again, as the title of the show, is your family taken care of, or are you? Because you don't want this burden to be left for anybody. Nobody wants to have this burden left to them and guessing, what you want done for you. No, let's not leave that to chance. Let's not leave that to guess. Let's take care of our family in death as we would if we were alive. Okay? Let's take care of them when we are sick as we were healthy. And I'm sure they would want the same thing. So, again, I will post the information of the attorney that you guys can call if you want to set one up. Take care of your families, people. Okay? Take care of your family, take care of yourself, take care of your friends by making sure that you yourself are taken care of. You are first and foremost. If you are not taken care of, nobody else can be taken care of. All right? That is our show. I thank you all so very much for always being a part of the show. It's good to be back. All right? Again, I apologize for missing last Friday's show, but I had a kid to take care of. He's doing much better now. I thank you all so much. I got so many messages, text messages, voicemails, checking in on my kid. I greatly appreciate the love, everybody. I love you guys so much for always coming to the show, participating with your voices. Please, leave me messages, leave me your thoughts, leave me ideas, things that are going on in your life. If you need us to talk about it, bring it to the table. We are family. This is what we do. Okay? Stays anonymous, but we will all come and we will all contribute. We will all give love. All right? Have a phenomenal Monday. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Love you guys.